It doesn't work. Okay, so we're going to get things going in our little virtual garden over here. And Mark Funderburk is here, and you are a landscape architect?
That's correct.
Is that right?
That's correct.
What does a landscape architect do?
Well, we do a lot of different things. We design gardens, we design commercial facilities, and do a lot of site planning. But in our particular firm, we work with the homeowners to develop gardens that are applicable to what they like to do in their lifestyle. So we look at gardening as a science that we work with our clients on.
It sounds like you take a very personal approach to
Yes.
it, too. Okay, so you sound like you are highly overqualified to just simply plant a garden. So I'm sure you have some great tips for us here today about getting the soil ready.
Yes.
So what do we need to pay attention to first out of the gate this time of year when we're getting the soil ready in our garden?
Well, you need to take a look at the soils that you have, and then if you have time to send those soils in for testing to find out what the nutrient value is of the soils. As we go into spring,
ideally that's what you should do?
That's what you should do. But we're getting into spring, and we really need to start preparing those soils.
Okay.
So this is
a big bag of soil.
This is a big bag of soil, and this is soil from my garden, and it's pretty good soil. But what you want to do, it's kind of like making a cake.
Okay.
Everybody make a cake?
I can make a cake.
You can make a cake. So you take your existing soil, and then to that soil you add organic matter. And this is organic matter. This is just wood chips and so forth that is starting to decompose.
Okay.
And so that will give it the nutrient value that you need. And so then...
So, okay, potentially dumb question. Can you buy that? Or
you can
do
buy
I
this.
need to have been getting it ready all along?
No, this can be bought just like with blood meal and so forth. You can buy those products so you can amend your soil so that they're good soils for growing plants and so forth.
Okay, this is blood meal is just organic matter.
This is organic matter.
That's a very, very frightening name.
It is, but it's good. But if you're
here on the back it says keep out of reach of children. just in case you thought about serving this to your children,
yeah,
not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Okay, so
but
now
the
what?
plants love it. So once you do that, then you go in and you, would you like to stir it up?
Absolutely.
Put the gloves on. Always wear gloves. And this,
I'm not afraid to get dirty.
You stir it up, and what you should be using in your garden is something like this, like a hand hoe.
Okay, so you're
just mixing it up.
Okay.
Just cut like you do with the cake.
Okay.
With cake batter, you mix it up until it's very homogeneous, and then you're going to have a soil mix that is good for plant growth.
Okay.
So if you get a close-up of that, you'll see that you've got a good mix of soil.
It kind of looks the same,
existing soil as well as the organic
it's mixed
matter.
up now. All right.
And plants love that.
Okay, what's next?
So that's what you do with the soil. So once that's done, then you need to add a little water to it.
Okay.
Okay, just like making a cake. So we'll grab some water.
Do I need to keep the gloves on?
I would. Add the water to it.
And what's the goal here at this step?
At this step, you mix the water into it just like you would a cake batter, so that it's mixed in really well and moist.
We should have done this in the kitchen so we could have the little mirror.
So you could have the little mirrors in that.
Yeah, it's like I'm cooking. Okay.
And that's what a good soil mix looks like.
Okay.
It's got moisture in it, it's got organic matter in it, and it's got the existing soil. And now you're ready for planting.
Okay.
A good soil mix is like a good yellow cake or chocolate cake or a white cake. As long as the cake itself is good, then whatever frosting you put on, whatever you put on as far as decorations, is going to be good.
Weather this time of year, does it matter what kind of weather you do this in?
Doing this, no. You can do this in any type of weather except if it's really cold and the ground is frozen and so forth. But this is a good time for doing, preparing the soil for planting.
Okay.
So you're in good shape right now. So
we'll talk a little more specifically about colors and what to plant, but just give us a little preview about how you, what's the first step in designing your garden?
First step in designing the garden is figuring out where you're going to be putting the plants so that you take into consideration how much sun you're going to get, how much shade you're going to get, and where it is in relationship to the house, whether it's on a high point or low point. So those are the things that you look at in terms of where you put your color.
And if you're completely clueless about all this, what's a good resource? What's a good place to start for information on this?
Well, you can start with the Extension Service. They provide a lot of information that I would recommend you go to.
Okay.
As far as color location, or color types and plant types and everything else. That's what the state does for us. So start there, or go to your local garden center and talk to them, and they'll give you some good information as well.
And I'm sure they've heard all the questions, so you don't need to be intimidated like I would be about asking, you know,
correct,
is this the right thing to do?
Yes.
Has anybody ever told you that you have a fantastic voice? You should be in TV or radio.
Really? You have a job
Or
opening?
big text, maybe. I
Big
hear there's
text,
nobody
maybe,
there.
yeah. I've been told that.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much. He'll be back a little bit later with more on the colors and kind of what to plant and all that.